Just look at Femke Bol coming through.
European champions once again. Gold goes to the host nation, the Netherlands.
Femke Bol takes the title for the Dutch.
Phenomenal time from Femke Bol.
What a magnificent last leg by Femke Bol.
The final of the women's 400 metres. Well, Femke Bol beating the likes of her teammate Sandovic, a reigning European indoor and outdoor medalist, out of a place in the final. What can Phil Healy of Ireland manage? The athlete from County Cork, so strong in the heat and semi-final, really producing her best. Lieke Klaver now leading as they head through that bell. It's a Dutch 1-2 at this point, and Bol surely will now push on. Incredible speed that she's shown, just 21 years of age and known as a 400-metre hurdler. Just look at the flat speed she's producing now. Svisi Ersitic will begin to chase. Is Bol too far gone at this point? Jodie Williams and Phil Healy in the battle for bronze, but just look at Femke Bol coming through. 50.64 has come up on the clock, and unofficially equaling that Dutch national record. 50.63 in fact. European lead time, 21 years of age. Femke Bol, what a talent, and finally she breaks out into a smile, beating the experienced athletes across that field and through the rounds as well. Femke Bol climbs even higher up the all-time indoor list. Sensational stuff from the young Dutch woman. So handing over on this final leg, Amma Pippi just gets it to Jessie Knight, and once again a Dutch incoming runner is on the floor, but Femke Bol is much closer than we thought she might be. 200 metres to go. Knight from Bol. Can Jessie Knight, who Justina Sveti-Ersitic in an indoor race that really cemented her place as a great 400-metre flat runner, hold off the young talent that is Femke Bol, the individual champion, the same night as Duplantis attempted a world record in the pole vault. How fitting that Femke Bol should awaken us that she too is part of the next generation of track and field stars. Femke Bol takes the title for the Dutch. Knight comes home for silver, and then Poland. What a quartet that is, beaten into bronze on home turf as well. But huge delight for the Dutch. Incredible stuff, and to be honest, everyone looks happy, and it's a championship record to boot for the Dutch as well. They've taken that mark set by Great Britain in Gothenburg in 2013. It was at 327.56 and squeals throughout the stadium. What an incredible performance from the Dutch.
Well, it was thrills and spills, but when you've got Femke Bol involved and Lieke Klaver as well, you had to start as the favourites. So it's double Dutch.
And they're off. Klaver on the outside, Bol, her teammate, on the inside. Wally of Austria losing ground to Kielbasinska. Anna Kielbasinska of Poland has got to try and keep herself in contact with Femke Bol and Lieke Klaver. Femke Bol hasn't got herself up alongside Lieke Klaver yet, but there she goes. She's going to have company though as she makes the break. Femke Bol just squeezing herself ahead of Lieke Klaver. It is going to be Femke Bol into the bell, 23.71. Not by a huge margin, but this is where Femke Bol puts the pain on her competitors down the back straight. She's striding away. Lieke Klaver doing well just to stay in contact with Bol. Anna Kielbasinska of Poland looking good for third place at the moment. Femke Bol into the home straight, 50 metres to go, and that gap is widening to Lieke Klaver. Femke Bol driving for the finish line. It's going to be another gold medal for Femke Bol, 49.86. phenomenal time from Femke Bol, another sub-50 clocking. There's going to be some quick times behind Femke Bol in this race. Lika Klaver stuck to her task very, very well. 1-2 for the teammates and training partners. Basinska works with their squad as well, picking up a great third place bronze medal in the season's best.
Yeah, so Femke Bol speeding through the first lap in 23.78. Here are the closing stages of the race. She knows she's got the gold. She's still pushing and pushing. She knows her sub-50 time is on the books, and she gets 49.85. That's her third sub-50 of the season. And I'll have to look back. I hope there's a few statisticians out there, but I'm not sure any woman has actually run 3 sub-50 times indoors in a winter season. Superb run from Bol. As we go into the final handover, battling for the medals, Femke Bol takes over on the last leg for Italy. It's Eleonora Marchando, and it's Bol running away. Poland, Anna Palis battling now with Marchando for the silver medal as Bol tears away and instantly puts daylight and many metres between herself and the chasing pair of Italy and Poland. 15 metres over one lap of this Atakoy arena. Bol is looking majestic as she's looking to anchor the Netherlands to their third consecutive European title. European indoor champions in 2021, European outdoor champions last summer in Munich, and now European champions once again in Istanbul. Looks as though they've beaten their own championship record, and by some margin, more than a second. 3:25.67. Big hugs, delight, perfect tactics, but then you could almost run for any 3 random women from the Netherlands and stuck Femke Bol on the anchor leg, and you'd have still not bet against them. Femke Bol, I'm not surprised she's tired. She had 3 rounds of the individual 400 metres and ran under 50 seconds in the final. The only woman ever to have run under 50 seconds indoors for 400 metres in one winter. And now she's got, once again, just like him, to run the individual 400 metres and the 4x400 metres title to her name.
Femke Bol just driving all the way to the line, punches the air as well. She loves collecting gold medals, and it's like she loves it even more when she's doing it alongside her teammates. Brilliant weekend for her, and Lika Klaver individual medals, and now this gold on the 4x4.
So it's Belgium in front at the moment, having a great run. Just behind him in second place, it's Joshua Folds, but it's Belgium who's going to hand over in front to Ponnet. But look at what's happening. Femke Bol having to work her way out to the inside. She's been blocked by Ponnet. She's just drifting back at the moment. But Femke Bol, sub-50 second runner indoors, let alone outdoors, is just biding her time. She's just looking so relaxed. Ponnet having to work very hard, and just behind her we've got the Finnish runners from Great Britain and Northern Ireland and Spain. So it's a 4-way battle for the 3 medals at the moment, but it's Belgium leading the Netherlands. Now Femke Bol just looking so comfortable, so relaxed. She's up on the shoulder, 100 metres to go, and she just glides past her Belgian rival. Bol is heading for home, and it's looking as though she's heading into the record books as well, and by some margin, gold than the very first gold of these championships goes to the host nation, the Netherlands.
Well, surprise, surprise. I think Femke Bol could have taken over 10 metres down and probably won that, but she was in touch. Her 3 teammates did a fantastic job, Schmidt, Sahlberg and Van Diepen, to keep them right in there, the interest right up there, and then she was able to do that one, frankly, on 3 motors out of 4. It was very comfortable indeed. What a way to wrap up our first day.
Oh, indeed, and as you say, Femke Bol, what a terrific run from her. Netherlands, 3:15.63. It is a championship record. Oh, Peters coming round the bend for the last time to finish her leg. She's being shadowed by Newnham and Fra of Spain and Great Britain, Northern Ireland. But Femke Bol just looks majestic. She's now starting to stride out. It's Hervas on the anchor leg for Spain. Amber Anning, who had such a disappointment being disqualified in the heats of the individual 400 metres. Amber Anning comes here with something to prove, but she's coming up against the world indoor record holder over 400 metres. 200 metres to go. It's Femke Bol tucked in on the inside. She's got Amber Anning on her shoulder. What's Anning got left? How determined is she? Can she do anything to halt this Dutch procession of gold medals? Femke now just goes gently through the gears. It's looking as though she's pulling away from Anning. The Czechs have come through so strongly for bronze, but gold, the very last gold of these championships, goes to the Netherlands. What a magnificent last leg by Femke Bol. Well, just look at that, the official result. It's a championship record, a national record, and a world lead for the Netherlands. As we see the replay with her just pulling away from Amber Anning, proving what a team player she is. What an icon of Dutch athletics. 2 gold medals, both delivered by fantastic anchor legs from Femke Bol. That was a true indoor 4x400 metres for the ages. Well, what a way to bring these championships to a conclusion.
Hi, Femke here. The European Athletics Championships are coming to Birmingham in August. Get your tickets now.